Hello friends. Today we're going to build a works cited entry for a newspaper article, in particular the newspaper called the New York Times. Now, where I got this from might be of some interest to you. I went through the library website. So I went into housatonic.edu. I went to the library link through the links at the very top of the page, and I landed on a page that had this as one of the, it's sort of a little box. It's about, I don't know, maybe like that big on the screen. It says New York Times. It's really obvious. You click on it, and I logged in as myself. So once you establish an account with the New York Times, then you can just go to the New York Times itself, NewYorkTimes.com, and then you can actually just go through the regular website. You don't have to go back into the library. So go see a librarian and figure out how to set up your account, and then it'll make things super duper easy. Okay, good. So now let's actually deal with this particular article right here. It is called Trucker's Message for You, chill out, stop texting, and have respect. So we live right near several highways, so why not give some props to the folks that do the hard work on the highways all around us. So we're going to start where we start with all things MLA. We're going to begin with the person's name who wrote it. I think it's a rather fitting name. The first person's last name is Gabriel. The first name is Tripp. Yeah, article about truckers, first name Tripp. All right, so comma, period. We're cooking with gas. Now, next thing would, of course, be the source, the name of the thing that you read, which is Trucker's Message for You, chill out, stop texting, and have respect. So there we go right here. And then we put that in quotation marks as we've been doing all along. And then we put a period right there. Great. Now, make sure you don't put that on italics. The next thing is going to go in italics. And it's really fancy in Gothic letters because that's how I photocopied it. So that is the name of the container, if you will, using the parlance of MLA. The container is the New York Times. You don't have to say New York Times Online. You don't have to say New York Times Database. You just say the New York Times. That's it. And it is in italics. Now, I put a comma here, and everything else is now going to describe the container. So the particular version or edition of the container we have here is this. Newspapers, periodicals, magazines have dates. Sometimes it's a monthly, sometimes it's a yearly or a quarterly. This one, of course, the New York Times is a newspaper, so it is a daily. Now notice I also rearranged from the typical American way of doing dates to the actually the European way of doing dates, which is date, month, and year. So you get small and bigger, rather than the June 5th, which is how it's arranged on the actual page itself, if you notice. June 5, 2017. That's how we do it. So we got that. We put another comma. And now its location. What's convenient is, if you notice, because I printed this out from the database, I have the nice, short, convenient-looking URL right here. It's not, several lines long, so we really appreciate as teachers if you use these as opposed to something that's like 5 lines, 6 lines long. So. And better yet, this is going to be permanent. So you're going to be able to click on this till the cows come home, no matter where they end up putting the New York Times article in the future. So we put a period at the very end, and voila, this is all we need in order to cite from the New York Times online.